Okay. So when she was around, oh fuck, I'm already fucking up from the start. Fuck. Okay. All right. Is that what they said? Okay. Yeah, she would have been no use. And whenever she was around, she was lazy. But that agreement was she wouldn't have to deal with the aftermath, like bills, attending the newborn. But I don't mind it. I guess it bonds me closer to Rose. Tony said. Oh fuck, dude. I'm sorry. I'm itchy as shit right now. My fucking armpits itch. Sorry about that. Okay. I know what it is, Max said, smiling. Tony sighed. What is it, Max? Tony said. What's that game with the doll and or something jigsaw? Max said. What the hell are you talking about? Claire replied. Oh, okay, forget it. It'll be one of those scenarios where your both parents are like stuck in a torture machine. Like one's that those little shitty things that laser that splits you in half. The other one's like a trash compactor. There's like a gun on the table, and it's like a child pick which parent dies because only one can live, and only one of you two can walk out alive. Well, the child and the parent can walk out alive, but it's like one of the parents have to die for the child and parent to be able to leave alive. Max explained. Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention. Say it again, Claire said as she got up and grabbed the weed tray. He dealt with the aftermath of the birth, so if it ever came down to the child choosing which parent would go, it'll be Tony, Max said. So wait, where did that jigsaw torture thing come in from? I'm confused, Claire said. No, I know what she's talking about, but she would have picked me in a heartbeat, Tony said. Oh, before we split, I was wondering, what did you do with your money, Max? Tony asked. I used some of it to keep my lab work, and a bunch of other stuff. But there was no way in hell that I was just going to let years of brilliant ideas and geniuses' work get taken away. So I threw some money towards the government. On a few agreements, they turned a blind eye on some of my work being seized by the government. My work will always be a masterpiece, Max said. Wait. If you guys built an orbital cannon in space, who goes out there to fix it? Let's say an asteroid hits it, Claire said. Fear can make a person do many things, and also I'm persuasive with the pistol, Max said. Well, when we launched it, we realized that, and it was a bit too late, so Max came up with a plan to build a station up there. Of course, everyone's seeing a cannon in a station as the government's... Of course, everybody that sees the cannon station will think it's the government's big move for the future, but most people know the truth. They know the truth, and they're too scared to talk about it, and they cling to the law as knowledge, Tony said. I think my most cherished moment of our time in power was when we spent the night in space, Tony said. This story's just fucking no, it's not trash, but it's all over the place. Stop lying, Claire said. No, I'm being serious. I will never forget how it felt to be inside that suit and stare at not just mine, but the home that we all share, no matter what or where you're born on this planet. Our home, although we all fight and kill every day, we all share it, and it's so massive. Look at the charts of our solar system. Okay, yeah, we all share it, and it's so massive. Look at the charts for our solar system, but our planet is so small. But all we've gotten is hell of a lifetime, but it's all we got in this hell of a lifetime. But it used to scare me when I was a kid. I used to scare me when I was a kid at night, where I'd go over. Fucking Christ! Yeah, part of the story is fucked up. It's like typed wrong. Part of it, but it used to scare me as a kid when I was at night, but I got over it quickly. But I got over it quickly. Okay. Fuck. I got over it quickly, Max said. See, I was always worried that when it gets too dark outside, it would stay night forever until the planet slowly died, as the planet slowly died. The planet will live on, The planet will live on has a few ends of the world. Oh, yeah, the planet we leave on has a few end of the world's plans, but the best one is to go underground until the smoke clears. Underground until the smoke clears and the world restarts. If you didn't catch that, that was a really shitty Far Cry 5 reference, because the guy says, when the smoke clears, me and you will repopulate this planet, and I'm not going to say what I wanted to say about that because I'm going to get hate towards me. Fuck it, I will. I think that the ending of Far Cry 5, I thought that that was really gay. That a guy would tie me to the bed and tell me, when the smoke clears, you and me are populating this planet. Like, we're both dudes. Come on now. And I'm not even trying to be hateful here, but I'm just saying, out of all the things you could have picked to say to me, you say those words. Like, I already know when shit clears up, I'm completely fucked out the ass. I know that when some shit happens, this motherfucker made an entire whole county turn by his hand. So, I'm one, and, he had no problem capturing my friends. Let it be known that somehow I was a challenge for him. But Far Cry 6 coming out, I heard that one's full of all sorts of surprises. Somebody told me it's like all the enemies from all the Far Cry games. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, woo! We got ourselves a good game, ladies and gentlemen. And it's better than, and I hope it doesn't end up like Cyberpunk 2077. That fucking trash. I swear, I told everybody, when that game comes out, it's gonna suck ass. And you can just say I'm saying that, but I swear, I told people that, it will suck ass. And look at me now. Anyways. It's just unfair how we all living on the. It's just unfair how we all are living as best as we can, but it can all come to an end with the press of a button, or I guess you could say the turn of a key, on the same command. I ruled, but the one thing I did my best to avoid as much as I could was a nuclear war. Tony explained. But it was so great to wake up to the sun's light through my window of our station. That gorgeous black background with those little stars far away. And it is unforgettable feeling of being within zero gravity. It's unforgettable. It really is, Tony said. Yeah, it is so cool, I guess, Max said, with his arms crossed. Ignore Max. He's just mad because when I told him there was only a few chances to do a spacewalk, he rejected them, and now he regrets it, Tony said. I do regret not taking the chance, but I was scared of heights at the time, Max said. No, you were being a bitch, Tony said. I kept telling you, you're not going to get, I kept telling you, you're not going to float away in space or lose oxygen, but you kept saying, no, that was for nerds and how my space looked so trashy, so I left you behind, Tony explained. I may have missed out on a good moment, but at least I didn't cry on video, Max said. I wasn't crying. I had something in my eye. I thought I had something in my eye, and I thought if I made my eyes water, it'd get out of my eye, it'd flush it out of my eye or whatever was in there, Tony said. He opened a pocket in his space chute and pulled out some photo of someone and said some fucking cheesy line like, I'm coming home, baby, I'm sorry. And then from the sun's light, you could see into his helmet, and I swear there were tears, and I could even hear, and even the team could hear you crying through the speaker. It was a touching moment, Tony said. Oh, by the way, y'all can make fun of me for this, but the reason why I was having so much hard time recording is because I was fucking stoned, bro. I'm sorry. Alright. Anyways, I love seeing the sun naked without the atmosphere blocking the raw light. Of course, it's deadly. I saw the light hit the planets around us. I saw the light hit the planets around us and wake up the solar system. It was like when you flip on the light in a room for a brief second, you can see the light hit things. It would be like if you had a laser and you pointed the beam at something far away and then you put your hand in front of the beam, then moved it. There's that brief second delay. Tony explained. Nah, I think you're just being a woman. Oh boy, Max said, laughing. Claire punched him in the throat. Don't play, Claire said as she looked Max in the eyes. The punch in Max's throat didn't do much, and he finally settled down. Claire, has anyone ever told you that you have the prettiest green eyes? Max said. Tony tells me that sometimes. Tony tells me that sometimes, but thanks, she said, smiling, trying to keep showing her white, straight teeth. The room went silent. Tony, do you feel bad for the lives you've taken? Tony? Alright, do you feel bad for the lives you've taken? Claire asked. Tony looked at Claire and blew a cloud of smoke in her face. In the process of it all, I didn't really think about it. I just wanted everyone to feel my levels, and in the time I did what I could to make my point clear, Tony said. You could have just done a rally or a protest. At least that way it could have been peaceful. And it would cut down on the death rate, Claire said. Sometimes in life, if you want things leveled straight, if you want to level things, you need to show that you're serious, Tony said. They chose to disregard my warnings. Now they have paid the ultimate price. And if I didn't go my path, they would have just used tear gas and disbursement weapons. And I'm not going to let some gas or shots scare me off. I showed them when I meant business. I bombed hospitals, neighborhood, rich streets, Tony said. Fuck. Yeah, anyways. That must have been amazing, Claire said as she put her feet up on the armrest and laid her head in my lap and got comfy. Fuck. Alright, anyways. I have to ask, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you, but where did you get those beautiful eyes from? Claire, Max asked. Max, don't, Tony said. I'm just asking a question, Max said. It's fine, Claire said. I'm the only one with green eyes in my family. Well, if you want to be honest, my little sister had green eyes, but that bitch is dead now, so she doesn't count. And if you had a problem with that, then you and your... I put my hand over Claire's mouth. That's enough, Tony said. Either way, you have some gorgeous eyes, and Tony's a lucky person, like you. Fucking Tony is a lucky person. I'd kill to have someone in my life like you, Max said. Max, don't go there, Tony said. What? I'm just saying I like her eyes. What am I, late to my trial, Judge? Max said. Claire laughed. Max, it's Tony, and I've sat next to you. Max, it's Tony, and I've sat next to you for more than long enough to see how you interact with women and how you pick them apart. Come on, Max, we've had our moments. Don't think I forgot, Tony said. Whoa! What the hell, dude? Chill out, Claire said. Yeah, I told you I've changed, Max said. See, that's one of the reasons I was happy we split, is because you never learned to let go of the past, Max said. It's like you're an instructor that's only there and only around to yell at me when I fuck up or whenever, only yell at you when you ruin a moment or fuck up. It's annoying. It's an annoying fucking habit. Oh god, it's an annoying fucking habit, and you have it wrapped around you. It's an annoying fucking habit that you have wrapped around. And to be honest, I tried to leave my feelings in the past about you, but it still makes me want to punch you in the face, so why can't you just let go of the past? Max yelled, as he smashed his fist into the chair rest. Max, we've gone over this. How many times has my little so-called habit how many times has my so-called little habit saved us? Because if I recall correctly, it was a big part of helping our success and succeed our goals, Tony said. No, don't try to throw that bullshit at me. Look at me. What do you do? I gotta use this fucking reader. Look at me. Look at what you just did, I told her. Like, what the fuck? Look what you just did. Okay, well, skip that. I told her like her eyes, and you just... Oh, I told her I like her eyes, and you just jumped back to the past, Max said. Look at her and tell me that there's a chance, Tony said. A chance? What the hell are you talking about, Max said. Look at her and tell me that there's a chance in this world, Tony said. What do you mean a chance? I don't know what you mean, Max said. Oh, I get it. She can't fend for herself or monsters like me, right? Max said. God damn it, Tony, we've gone over this. It's been years, and how did she end up with a stranger like you? I've changed a lot. And again, why can't you let go of the past? Max said. Yeah, you need to let it go, Tony. It's not cool, and it just brings up more trouble, Claire said. And you're no better. Next time... and you're no better. Next time you tell a story of us, make sure you tell the truth, because you are just as deep in the pit as I was. And if we're going to be honest, if we're going to talk about badness here, how many lives did you take out in anger? Dude, a decent percent of the money went into weapons research, and it went into developing new types of bombers and bombs. And just so that you could get revenge, or as you said, private missions. You sent shooters into schools, shooters into schools no matter the age, and just wasted innocent lives so you can get revenge where it hurts most. Because the past wrongs of their parents, Max said, as he got in my face. Okay, we're going to talk about the wrongs, and we can do that, Tony said, as he got up in Max's face. How many kids for your so-called Project Future experiment and not one so-called willing candidate completed the test? Like, come on now, they're all women and they're all carriers, and not one of them made it to the birth stages. So because they were always executed before they could even form the baby, Tony said. At least my death toll wasn't in the billions, Max replied. You damn right it was, and don't you forget it. And the fact of my kills and the fact of it, my kills were none all of my kills were from different types. They weren't from procreation or some kind of sexual lewd act, Tony said. They were all either killed by my bomb runs, shooting team raids, or I did kill out of anger. But it's better than what you did, you animal, Tony said. My death toll was in the hundreds, but every day more and more lives are taken by you, Max said. At least I thought about what I did, Max said. Well, would you rather have crowds of riot people trying to fight back and return things back to where they were, Tony said. When I shut down my project early, when I shut my project down early in our start, I did what I could to at least try and repay my wrongs, Max said, as he stood in front of on the other side of the glass coffee table. After I shut down my project, I lied to you. Yeah, that's right. All the money that was given for my project, I used to find bomb shelters and underground homes. I felt bad for what I did, and I know I can never repay those lives I've taken and ruined, but I can at least try and fix things, Max said. You greedy bitch. I knew it, but I trusted you to clean out those hidden spots in the city. I trusted you to clean out those hidden spots in the city, and I was relying on you to keep the fear and respect up. But I see why the city had the nerve to come hand me a deal. It was because of your softness, Tony said. I have a soul, and I have limits, and to be honest, having you next to me in power makes us look bad because you're a fucking animal. You're the fucking animal, Max said. If you didn't like something, you destroyed it, and you didn't care, you were a madman who should have never been given power, Max said. When we ruled together, there were a bunch of days where I really wished citizens would just take back over and set things right. You kept saying, it's too late, they already hate us. It's too late to fix what we've done, so let's just finish this soon. But soon never came because you're an animal and you don't know how to stop. You're like a dumb dog that runs through a screen door and breaks it, Max said. Max, come on. You can do better than that. And you know me. I'm disappointed in you that you failed to have a decent comeback. What should I expect from it? But what should I expect? It's Max, Tony said. Like that was any better, you prick, Max said. Okay, you know what? Fuck this shit. Both of you shut the hell up. This is pointless, okay? If you're gonna argue, make it entertaining. But of course it never is with you two, Claire said. Two? Bitch, you just met me, Max said. Tony chuckled. Okay, that was kind of funny, Claire. Max, that was kind of funny, Tony. That was kind of funny, Claire, Tony said. Max, she does have a point. Even though it was a joke. You both are throwing important knowledges about me. And I will acknowledge... Oh, fuck. My bad. It's Tony reading. Max, she has a point. And even though it was a joke, you both have thrown important knowledge about me. And I will acknowledge and change myself and keep from going back to the old me, Tony said. Did you really mean all the words, Max? Tony asked. Yep, every word, Max replied. Good, because I meant all of mine, Tony said. Are you two ladies done fighting? Claire said. Even if we did fight, it would be a million times better than you could ever do, mumbled Max. You want to repeat that, big boy? Claire said, as she started to paint her nails black. Oh my, there it is again. Why would you call me big boy? Max said as he laughed. Why not? Claire said. Don't start. I don't give a fuck about the lives that were taken on Tony's half of that candidate future shit. Oh, wait, well, that's backwards. Wait, that's fucking backwards. I don't give a fuck about the lives that were taken on Max's half of the candidate future shit. Real. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, my bad. I read that wrong. I don't give a fuck about the lives that were taken on Tony's half. But is that candidate future shit real? Claire asked. Honey, what do you think? Max replied. That makes me furious, but for you, Max, I'll let it pass, because you've changed a lot from what I've picked up. And your personality is kind and sweet. But then again, I never knew those people, I never knew those people, let alone if they were innocent. So who cares? Claire said as she leaned her head on Max's shoulder. Claire, stop being a thought and bothering him, Tony said. Yeah, I'm flattered. You're not my type, though. You're not my type, so please get the hell away from me and thank you, Max said. I'm sorry about that, Max, Claire said. Sorry about that, Max. She must have had a bit too much to drink. and smoke. She tends to wander places. Please excuse her, Tony said. You know what? When I walked down and I sat in, I sensed a strong bond, but something was amiss, and now I found it, Max said. Claire, why can't you be loyal? Max asked. Claire didn't respond. She just stared at Max. Yeah, she's out of this. Yeah, she's out of it. Just excuse her, Tony said. Claire got upstairs and went upstairs. Claire got up and went upstairs without saying a word. Good, Max said under his breath. Now, what do you think about joining me, Max said. With that thing following you around, it would be hard, it would be hard to keep a smooth rise, but it is possible, Max said. What the hell are you talking about? Tony replied. Stop playing around. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. God, I will leave you right now, Max said. These days, now that I look back at all of it, it just seemed cool but pointless and dumb, Tony said. Tony replied. Remember when I said I used my money to keep some of my old shit? Max said. Max asked. Yes, Tony replied. It's all for us to work on. In fact, I have plenty of resources and machines begging to be used with. 2 or a team, Max said. I'm going to try and take over the state. Or a city, Tony. I'm not going to try and take over the city or state. Of course not now. I mean when the fallout or whatever happens, Max said. Okay, dude, look around. Pull out your phone and turn on the fucking TV. It's pretty clear the world's coming to an end. And I don't know about you, but I'm not letting the government take me with it. The nuclear war, Max said. Like bunkers or a gang cult, Tony said. No, like self-defense weapons, a home armory, or home and an armory, Max said. I feel you, but what's the catch? Tony asked. I was going to stop by anyways, but I did miss working with you, so I wanted to reunite and walk this together, even with her, because I know you, man. No homo, Max said. So, what is your plan exactly? And if the world does end? What is your plan exactly if the world does end? Tony asked. I have a private part of the ocean and I have some other places. It just depends on how we get there and if we can. But it should be outside of the radiation range and it should be out of the blast range. At least enough that the blast wave won't be that forceful and violent towards us. And there's a private passageway that leads to the island and everything we need will go on there. Okay, yeah. Island is everything I guess we'll need to go on for a bit. And I hope you like mostly beans and cheap noodles. But I have my van ready to go. I just need to create and load some more stuff. And when this is all, and then when this all happens, I'll head down to my private docks and leave for our new home. Max said. But I need to pick up more radiation equipment. Or other shit that we can leave in our command. What? That we can leave on your command. Okay, other shit that we need. Then we can leave on your command, sir, Max said with a smile. No, you're not calling me that, Tony said. You're not calling me that, Tony said. You're the one with all the money and the power, so you should be in charge, Tony said. I could never. I'll go mad with power, Max said. No, dude. You'll be in charge, seriously, Tony said. I shook Max's hand. Dude, you must stay at a mansion if you have all this money, Tony said. Nope, just a normal house, Max replied. Why a normal house, Tony asked. That's just something I can't fucking stand. I don't know why anybody would want a fat-ass house, that fat-ass house. I mean, that would be cool. I don't know why people think a fat-ass house would be cool. Let alone the fact that, I wouldn't be in most of the rooms every day. I wouldn't be in most of the rooms every day, so how the hell do I want a big-ass money-eating house? It's so fucking retarded. Max said, I have like a small-sized house, and it's not a fucking stadium that eats away at money, Max said. I don't want expensive multiple cars and pools and all that rich people shit. I just want a life with a few adjustments. I'm not letting money take over and take control, Max said. That's enough, Tony replied. So when do you think the world will end? Tony asked. Any day now. I'm just waiting. I feel like we should go now, though. It does. I'm just waiting, and when it does, I promise I won't be one of the suckers who gets taken out and vaporized while the blast. So you'll go to any length to stay alive, Tony asked. Yeah, I'm just gonna run towards the mushroom cloud with open arms, ready to embrace the heat and radiation, Max said. No, I'm being serious. You have to be sure you're ready to take on live. You're ready to take lives because I'm fine with it. But when the time comes, I don't want to know. But I want to know if things go tits up. You've got me, Tony said. I stand by her side for years, and I'm not gonna let some prick punk ass bitch shoot you in the back. Max replied. I got you and you got me. So what do you need to focus? Okay, so I got you. So what do you need to focus on? Your spouse, and then we'll go from there, I guess. But you know what? Now is your time. You need to finish things, Max said. I don't know why you both don't just wait until the wall crumbles to go and kill her. Like there would be any consequence. Like there'd be no consequences. Claire said as she came downstairs sipping on her hard lemonade. Go upstairs, Claire. You're not fit for this conversation, Tony said. Shut the hell up. I go where I want, Claire said. Claire replied, okay. Well, I probably should ask her on her thoughts. On our plan to escape, Max said. Thank you. A gentleman who finally cares about my thoughts and opinion on topics involving me, Claire said. Don't start. We've gone over this a million times. Damn, Claire. Don't start, Claire. Don't start. We've gone over this a million times. Like, fucking damn, Claire. You don't make any sense when you're intoxicated and you get all emotional, and it's best to leave you out of things. Just things like this because your random emotions get in the way and it changes vital choices, Tony said. I'm not drunk or intoxicated or whatever the hell you just said. You're just an asshole who doesn't think about anybody but himself, Claire said, as she accidentally spilled some of her hard lemonade on Max. Stop treating me like a fucking kid, you jack off, Claire said. Claire, when you drink, it's best... Okay. Claire, when you drink in the past, it presents you as it always shows the same results. And still to this day, you become irrational, we can't converse with you because your state becomes 15, because your state of mind goes from 15 to an 18-year-old, and it's best to avoid it. So like I said, go back upstairs. Good night. I love you, Claire said. Tony said. Claire started to go up the stairs, and on the way up the stairs, she called me a douchebag. She got to the top steps, and she started to walk away, but she started to lose her balance, and she fell back down the stairs. Tony rushed to catch her, and Max helped her. And Max helped me take her back to the couch, because she was going to keep bugging us. Because she was going to keep bugging us, and it would be odd possibly spending the rest of your days with someone you barely know. All because the choices that made the most out of her. What the fuck? Okay. Anyways. Alright, get over here, Claire. I need your words, Tony said. I already agreed, Claire said. Claire replied, but you don't even know what I was going to say, Tony said. I don't need to, because I can hear you from my room, Claire said. I hope you two don't screw up and let me down, because if you guys really did pull all this and take over his state, then whatever you should know, then whatever, then you should know how to handle things. But if the whole story was a lie, and then the mushroom cloud forming if the whole story was a lie, then the mushroom cloud forming will be the least of your problems, least of your worries, Claire said. As for you, Claire, can you handle taking a life, Tony asked. Now, why the fuck would you ask me that? The hell was wrong with you, boy? Claire said. Can you yes or no? Tony said. Yes, clearly, dumbass, Claire replied. Tony, alright, yeah, Tony, just for the record, you'll have to keep track of Claire and keep her safe, Max said. Excuse me, Claire said. Well, look at you, you're fragile, Max said. I'm just as tough and strong as either of you are, so I'll be able to kill just like you both, Claire said. Claire, come on. Let's be honest here. Come on, Tony said. What? What's the one game with the guy and the girl, and they're like chasing after like a firefly or some shit? Like the girl's immune to a virus or some shit, and she has like a pistol and a knife or some shit. Last something. I don't know what the fuck it was. Last something. And she had like a pocket knife. That's what we need to do with Claire. I already carry a butterfly knife, so go ahead and give me like a sniper rifle or a shotgun or an AR. Claire said, you with a shotgun? Don't make me laugh, young lady. The recoil will throw your shoulder and your arm it would throw out your shoulder and arm, and most likely break a few ribs, Max said. I'm not as delicate as I seem. Trust me, Claire said with her teeth clamped. I can take a punch from the hardest of people, Claire said. When you can prove you're tough, then I'll think about it, Max replied. Nice one, Tony. Your friend's gonna get me killed. I love you, Claire said, smiling. Let up on her a bit. Claire said, smiling to Tony. Let up on her a bit, Max. She's tough, trust me. Tony replied. When the time comes, it comes, and then I will have decided, Max said. But Tony, if you want to track that trash down and make her pay in succulent pain and blood, then let's do it, Max said. Alright, I guess we're going to figure it out, Claire. When do you want to, Max asked. Whenever you feel like it, Tony replied. Before you fools go do anything, we should probably get some sleep first, Claire said. We all went to sleep that night. Me and Claire shared the couch, and Max slept on the floor, even though I offered him a room or an air mattress. Max woke me up in the morning and rushed me to get ready. I got ready, but my mood was off. But I ignored it. We drove for a while until we got to her house, which surprised me. Her house was so big and rich looking. Max knocked on the door, and she opened it. She opened the door, and she looks different, healthier, and pretty. She let Max in and Claire, but I'm feeling uncomfortable, man. I'm tall, and it's hard to sit on certain things. It fucking hurts. Okay. She let Max and Claire in, but when she went to close the door, Max stopped her and kept the door open and called me for me to come in. See, now, in this part of the story, her name is Katie. I didn't acknowledge that. I didn't realize that. I was too busy lost in my thoughts. So, I'm just going to say Serena. Serena put her hand out over her mouth in the shocked sight of me. Claire pulled out a sub-nose revolver from her waistband, and Max pulled out a pistol from his back pocket. I pulled out my gun, because I pulled out my gun, but I paused for a moment, and you could see the sadness in my face. I guess it's finally come. I've been waiting, so just go ahead. I deserve it. But I want you to know, I feel horrible, and what I did is wrong to you, and I know I can't fix it. And even though we separated, I still love you, and I miss you. But my words won't save me, so just go ahead and please, Katie said. Go ahead, please, Katie said. I've tried to end it, but I never can because of the guilt I tried to end it, but I never can because of the guilt. But if I'm being killed by you, then it's okay. I won't move or run. When you're ready, just do it, Serena said. I sighed and put my gun away. I put my hand out and helped her up. She hugged me tightly. Wait, what? Claire asked. Dude, you got your little moment now. Kill her, Max said. Go on, kill me. Seriously, though. I'm ready. I've been waiting for this day, Claire said. None of us are going to kill you. I was wrong about you. I was wrong for so long, and I'm sorry, Tony. Tony said. Please, just wait. Please, just kill me, Katie begged. Katie, I fell in love with you, and I promised no matter what, I would never hurt you. And even though I spilled others' blood to get to you, I just can't kill you, Tony said. Alright, what the fuck? What does that say? Oh, okay, I thought it said ox. Okay, Max was cut off by Claire putting her hand over his mouth. Look, I lashed out at you, and you didn't deserve those things, and I'm sorry, Tony said. Katie was so over-emotional. She hugged me. I hugged her tight, and then I shot her in the back of the head while we were hugging, and her body dropped to the floor. Claire loot the house. Max helped me carry her to the car and burn the house to the ground once we're finished. On the way home, Claire handed me a small gift with my name on it. With my name on it from Serena, I presume. It was a photo of me and my daughter and Serena together. We took her body to a cremation, because see on the paper it says we to her body. We took her body to a cremation place, and we put her ashes in an urn, and no one asked any questions because Max was able to pull some strings. He's also very persuasive with the pistol. We drove home, and Claire's facial expression was off. I looked in the rearview mirror at Max. I could tell he was feeling a bit of the same vibes Claire was having. Claire was having. Are y'all still alright, Claire? Y'all still alright? Claire, you look like you just saw a ghost, and you're scared, trying to hide it. And Max, you look like you're uncomfortable, even though you usually find a way to make yourself comfortable and make yourself at home, no matter where we go. Tony said, okay, I don't know what it is, but I'm a bit I don't know. I'm just a bit shaken by that ending, you know. I'll get over it, but that was something. That was really something, Max said. I think it's a bit fucked up. I mean, I felt that moment. I really felt that moment, but then you just go and do that. But I'm cool. I can get past it. It's just another annoyance, Claire said. Yeah, I'm gonna lie. I regret those outbursts. I felt that moment too, dude, but it was a little far. But what's been done has been done, Max said. Don't get all soft on me, and don't get all soft on me. She wronged me, and she even admitted to it. She even admitted to wanting to die. So I did her a favor. You should both be happy that the favor I just did. That shows that I still have some human left in me, some kindness too. And you both should be grateful that I'm not a monster, Tony said. Fucking bitch really thought she would just slip out of this one with her feelings. Hell no, Tony said as he smashed his fist on the steering wheel, causing the car to swerve for a second. Okay, we get it. She's a lying, horrible bitch, Claire said as she quickly put her seat belt on. Really, Claire, is that the best you could come up with, Max said. Claire, that child was yeah, we know the story. Yeah, we know Rose. She shouldn't have been taken. Please save the story boy, Max said as he interrupted Tony. Max, watch your step, Tony said as he gripped the steering wheel tightly. Look, all I'm saying is that I think that was a bit harsh, I guess, Claire said. Okay, all right, anyways. That's the weak, soft little girl inside you talking. And I gave her a quick dab. So shut up and be happy, you babies, Tony said. When we got home, I put the urn on the mantle, so it was the first thing I see every time I come home. And I was hit by a heavy wave of relief. I was hit by a heavy wave of relief the minute I set it down. When we got in, Claire and Max seemed to do their best to avoid me. You guys are just being babies, I called out, but I got no response. I felt a little bad, but it doesn't matter. If I could do it all over, I would do it again in many different and worse ways. Worse ways than the last. Max, but I know that, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I smoked like a little bit ago, so I'm still kind of fucking up over here. But I know later down the road, I'll regret my actions. Dude. I know later down the road, I'll regret my actions, but that child was my world, and she knew what she did. But at least she can be with my world, and she can think about her actions. I heard someone coming down the stairs. Just for the record, I heard someone come down the stairs. Just for the record, I think what you did was a bit too far, but it sent a feeling of electricity through my body, and it felt nice. So keep it up. Because you might, it felt nice. So keep it up, but you might lose Claire, Max said. Nah, she's got nowhere else to go, and she'll get over this. Just give her some time, Tony said. Maybe I'll walk away with Claire. Claire said. Claire, go back upstairs and hide from my actions, Tony said. I'm not hiding, I'm just, That right, you're hiding. Get the fuck out of here, Max said. Max, shut the hell up. Why are you still here? Get the hell out of here, you creep, Claire said, shoving Max out of the way. And down the stairs. You're a lucky woman, Claire, because if you weren't a woman, we'd be throwing mad hands right now, Max said as he walked away. We can go outside and settle this, because I might be small, but I can still fuck you up. But I will fuck you up, and I ain't scared of no one. So come at me, Claire said, popping her knuckles. Can I fight her, please? Max asked. No, that just leads to trouble, and she's pretty tough, Tony said. I told you, Claire said. Okay, as she stuck out her tongue, I'm confused on how that short moment bothered you after what I've seen you do, Tony said. Yeah, that is off, Max said. How would you know, Claire asked with sass. Well, those big mason jars are a giveaway, and And I guess you seem like the type to edit skin for damage, so and I can read you like a book, Max said with his arms crossed. Max, shut the hell up. You don't know what happened, so go away and leave this house, Claire said. What if I told you I've been watching you for a while, Max said. Bullshit, Claire replied. I told you. I kept some of my equipment, Max said. He's fucking with you, Claire, Tony said. Okay, he's fucking with you, Claire. Before I beat the shit out of you, Max, I want to know about that entire wife thing. I no longer care. I want you to know about that entire wife thing. I no longer care about it. And to be honest, I like the moment. I like the moment of her death. Oh, shit. Fuck. I want you to be honest. I no longer care about that life thing anymore. That wife thing anymore, Tony. I actually liked her moment of her death. But I really wish you could have let me kill her, Claire said. Claire, you don't have to lie to us. If you're soft, and you can't handle the lovely given gift of death and my good deeds, then it's okay. You can just chill at home, and you're just gonna chill at home. You're not gonna be anything. You're not gonna be anything. Look at you. You're built like seaweed. Fuck out of here, old ocean head ass, Max said, laughing. If I'm built like seaweed, then you're built like that one fish from the one show with the sponge and the starfish, and he's in a wheelchair, and then there comes the door, and the motherfucker says, What? What are they selling? They're selling chocolate. I remember the first time I had chocolate. I always hated it. And I'm not trying to do an impression. I'm terrible at impressions. Alright. Oh, what are they selling? Head asked, Claire said. Come on, Claire. Is that the best you've got? Max asked. That was pretty good if it wasn't for the set. But that was pretty good if it wasn't set right. But that was good. Nice job, Claire. Right, Claire said. Alright, fine. Well, fine. Then we'll show you. Alright, fine. Well, okay, we'll show you. Alright, fine. Then you're the show about the dog. His name was Courage or something. And there's an episode where the character that said, return my slab or suffer my curse. The fucking mummy. The fucking mummy, bitch. So where's my slab at, bitch? You're the fetus that says you're not perfect. But look at you. That's right. Go back up. That's right. Go back from whence you came. You're not perfect like me, honey, Max said. Don't call me honey, Claire asked. Did you just call me honey, Claire asked. You're damn right I did, Max said. The hell? The hell you mean fetus? You're the fetus. I'm more developed than you, and I'm more mature than you, Claire said. How about we cut you open and find out, Max said. Other way around, bitch, Claire said as she flipped out her butterfly knife. Both of you shut the hell up. Those insults were all right, and it was kind of funny, but stop, because I know Claire, and when she gets angry, she becomes unstable. And because I guess when Max gets angry, he becomes lethal, whatever he says. And I've seen Max turn on his own friends, but he's changed but I'm not going to let you two fight. I'm not losing any more friends, and if anyone should die here, it's me, because I give my life for you two. Now stop fighting and chill out, Tony said. Max hugged Claire. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can please stop touching me now, Claire said. By the way, I found a note for you, Tony. Tony, Claire said. From who? Tony asked. I think you know who it was from. I read the note out loud. Dear Tony, or what was once a person, love of my life. I know what I did was wrong to you, and I know I'll never be forgiven. But when I gave birth to Rose, I knew that was the best. I knew what I did was wrong, and the only reason why I was so distant is because no matter what I did, there's no way that I could repay you. Because around you and Rose, I just felt I couldn't bear for what I did. But I know I can still fix this. What I told myself to turn away from the noose. But when we separated, I spent more time at Rose's grave. I spent a lot of money on setting things right. I know how this will end, but I'm proud to die in your hands. But I love you, no matter what. And there's no way to explain. There is no ways to explain how sorry I am. And you were the better parent. I wish I could have been there and done a better job. But I was happy to be there. I was happy to have you in my life. Don't feel bad if you found my body. I deserved it. Tony started to laugh because some of those things were a lie. She wasn't bothered or hurt what she did, and she was never she was never distant. She just never wanted to come out of that house. When we had a kid, she blamed the separation on Rose. I gave her a ton of chances, Like I'd telling her, me and Rose are gonna go to the water park. We're gonna go outside, and she'd always stay home or mostly watch or clean or mostly watch TV. But she never bothered to even give Rose a kiss or drive her to school. She never really attended to Rose's. She never really attended to Rose a year after we had Rose. She never even tried at all. She would sometimes give her a kiss, but very rarely. Sometimes I can't remember if it actually happened. But when I needed someone to watch Rose, she would just say she would say without barely it does, and she'd say I have something I have. Okay, she would say she'd say she'd watch Rose, but she barely does. I have come home to my daughter wandering around with no supervision. When I called Serena out about it, she just got mad at me and would leave something, or probably she would leave and go do something, whether that's getting her hair done, getting drunk, staying out later with her friends. There have been a lot of times where she has come. There's been a lot of times where she has come in heavily intoxicated and being mindless like a mindless zombie person, and ignoring everything in her way, ignoring everything to get to her target. There was one night where she came home in a sexual mood, and she had heavy cravings, and I was asleep because I had work tomorrow at 2:30 a.m. Yeah, I know. That's really fucking early in the morning. I know. This is a story. It doesn't really, whatever happens in the story doesn't fucking matter, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now. There's a lot of pedophilic things in the story, a lot of rape and all that shit, death and all that. It doesn't fucking matter. Alright, so don't look at me like, oh, this kid's fucked up. Because you know what? I am messed up in the head, but I am not a pedophile. And I am not a fucking rapist. And I will fight anybody that dares to say that to me. Let it be fucking known. I probably shouldn't say it online because that's considered threats, but, it doesn't matter. I write these stories because I have a dark mind. And I would never do these things. But I like to write them down. And there's a lot of people out there with the same thoughts in mind. Call me what you want, but I know good inside that I am not a pedophile. I just write fucked up stories. And you can go and say I am, but I'm not. Look up never mind. I'm not going to say my name on Facebook because y'all see what I look like. Nope, that's when I get 1,000 subs or if anything. I don't know. Anyways, back to the story. She had heavy cravings, and I had work tomorrow at 2:30 a.m. She woke me up for asking for some special attention. I told her, no, now go take a shower. You reek of alcohol, and let it be known if you got pulled over by an officer, he wouldn't even have to ask you any questions. He'd just tell you to step out of the vehicle, place you in cuffs. So fast with your drunk ass. Now get the hell out of here and go take a shower, Tony said. Fucking hell, man. Like, sit your drunk ass down somewhere, Tony mumbled after she left for 5 minutes. After she left, 5 minutes of head, or whatever you kids say these days, for sucking dick, and then I'll leave. And then I'll leave you alone. Oh, fuck. Alright, fuck. Let me read that again. Like, fucking hell, man. Sit your drunk ass down somewhere, Tony mumbled. Okay, she came back. Okay, 5 minutes of head, or whatever you kids say these days for sucking dick. I'll leave you alone. To sleep, Serena said. Go on, Tony replied. How do I put this without being gross? Fuck it. Oh. How do I put this without being gross? Fuck this book is what it says. I meant to be messed up, and it'd be a bit gross. So get ready to hear it. And I'm probably fucking up over here. She was 30 seconds into giving me some head, and then she's 30 seconds into giving me head, or that's whatever it's called. She threw up on me on the worst spot. Yeah, she apologized best she could, although she was heavily drunk. And then she passed out. I had to scrub my pubes so bad to get the hair and get the puke out. And to get the hair off. In fact, I decided just to shave it all off. Fuck that shit. I wanted to throw her ashes in the trash, but I still do love her. I still do love her, and I won't. No one is tough, I won't. And no one is to touch that urn, Tony said. That night, I went to sleep, not feeling anything stable. I agree with what I did, but also I don't, because she wronged me. I agree with what I did because she wronged me, but also I don't. But I feel she wouldn't have learned her lesson of the power of lying, because anyone can lie and get away with it. But that's when they get caught. They want to try and break free with whatever they can to get out of their lie. And it makes me angry. But I knew she would, but she knew what she would have. She knew what would happen, because when I met her, I told her, never lie to me, because whatever it is, we can handle, or I can handle. But if you lie to me, you pay the price. And she knew what that meant, but she was fine with it. And she had rules and consequences towards me too. That night, I had a good dream, but I didn't know how to feel about it. I closed my eyes and I opened them. And I had closed my eyes and I opened them. And I knew I was at least at home. Fuck, what the fuck? Okay, my bad. Okay. I closed my eyes for a moment and I opened them. I knew, or at least home, or clue about the reality. What the fuck about the reality I am? I opened my eyes and it was kind of hard to keep them open for a moment because it was like I woke up from a long nap or surgery. And I was sitting in a big store corner, like let's say Home Depot. I was slumped over and I was covered with either paint or blood. And I'm leaning in the corner, slouched over, and leaning. I'm leaning more towards blood. I think the store is one of those industrial big stores that sells industrial things. There was a steel spear in my hand. I think it was like one of those spears they use to like help operate with I used to work at Home Depot and they had a steel spear. I've seen a lot of things too. And they use a steel spear basically to help unclog the cardboard compactor. You know, it compacts cardboard. That thing was cool to fuck around with. You could really fuck somebody up with that thing. Matter of fact, that might as well be those things they used to do with the horses and the little swords they used to run into each other. Whatever the fuck that's called. That was a really dumb sport, but hey, people get entertained from violence. Anyways. Okay. Alright, anyways. There was a steel spear in my hand and I was trying to figure out what happened and why I haven't been killed. But I couldn't move, so I tried to play dead until I knew it was safe to move. And also, I had time to plan. I guess they must have thought I was dead, or they couldn't see me. A familiar girl with green eyes started shaking my shoulder and whispering, "Come on, we need to get out of here, or hide," while she lifted my head. I opened my eyes, and I clenched my spear and kicked her away from me, and onto her back. I slid over her and looked down at her. "Oh no, I'm scared of death." "Oh, please don't, sir," Claire said with a smile and her arms crossed. I helped her up. I read that wrong. Yeah. I kicked her away from me and onto her back. I stood over her and looked down at her. "Oh no, please help." Fuck. "Oh no, I'm so scared." Please don't, sir. Please don't kill me," Claire said with a smile and her arms crossed. I helped her up and I hugged her. There were heavy footsteps in the distance as if they were wearing heavy armor. Like, you could say, Power Armor, Fallout 4, one of my favorite fucking games. Woo! Okay. Claire took off and I hid. The footsteps stopped. "Psst, hey lady, over here. Come in here with me." Oh fuck. "Hey lady over there, in here. Come in here with me." Claire got up and went to a panel door that had cautions about entering and not wearing proper equipment. And the area is toxic and filthy. Claire opened the panel door and ignored the warning and the caution labels and the stickers. Claire was hit by a breeze of something horrible smelling, but we couldn't tell what it was because we were in almost complete darkness. "By God, do you clean this place? Kid, it smells really bad." "Get in here if you want to live, lady. I'll show you why it stinks in here. I'll show you why, I'll show you why it stinks in here and how to make it more bearable," the little girl said. She was about 10 or 11 years old. Claire climbed in and slid down the small but deep, dirty chute. I tried to call out to her quietly to stop her, but it was a trap, but it was too late. Claire slid down to the small space where the kid was. "Kid, where are you? Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you," Claire said. "I know you're in here somewhere," Claire said, searching through the filth. Claire turned her phone on and Claire turned her phone's flashlight on. "Oh, sorry. She's sorry the little girl crawled." Oh. See, there you go. It says she's sorry, but it's supposed to be saw. She saw the little girl crawling through a maintenance hatch and locking it behind her. "Where are you going, kid? Stay with me. You'll get scared. You'll get killed," Claire said in her low voice. "Bye-bye, lady," the little girl said as she giggled and crawled away. The footsteps stopped. And in front of and then I heard a pair of footsteps coming down the hall. And they stopped right in front of the little space. Inside the space, there was a red warning light and started flashing. And it started flashing, the sound of the engine turning on, and the wall slowly started to move closer. "Oh, that little bitch. This is a fucking trash compactor," Claire said. I could hear Claire calling my name, but she got closer and closer to death. I charged in. I charged in and surprised two guards. I jammed my spear through the back of the second guard's head and through the front of the second guard's head into the back of the first guard's head. I thought of a shitty, cheesy joke like human sister Bob, motherfucker, Tony said and chuckled. Tony ran up and stopped and hit the emergency button and opened up the hatch within. Within the time period of fear for her life. What the fuck? In the time period of her life flashed before her eyes. Oh shit, wait, never mind, there is some smelly trash in here. Yep, we definitely need to compact this smelly, filthy trash. It's clearly a hazard, Tony said, as he looked down on Claire, who was covered in filth and trash. Stop fucking around and get me out of here, Claire said. I think we should dispose of this trash before I help you, Claire said, Tony said, smiling. Tony hit the button and started the trash compactor to scare Claire. Claire was squirming to get free and looking for something tough to jam the compactor. Tony hit the emergency stop button. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you when I get out of here, Claire said. I helped Claire up and she hugged me. And then she pushed me into the trash compactor and started it. I felt it crush me, and I felt it crush me, and I heard Claire laughing. And I started to throw up my organs and lose blood. I woke up again and stared at the ceiling. Fucking bitch, Tony said. I got up and got dressed and went downstairs. I came down to Max telling Claire a story of our past, and Claire looking shocked. I walked up to Max, and not too hard, I slapped him on the forehead and told him to shut up. Okay. There we go. We're close to the end of the story. I think it's like 112 pages. Alright. Okay. Anyway, I slapped Max on the forehead and told him to shut up. What? She can handle it, Max said. Yeah, I can handle it. And if I can't, then you both have my permission to kill me no matter what. If I rat you guys out, Claire said, smiling, showing her nice white teeth. What story are you telling her? Tony asked as he sighed. The gymnasium. You know the gymnasium, The gymnasium, Max said. Oh, that place was a real treat, I swear, Tony said. So you both like to work out. Cool, I don't care, Claire said, crossing her arms. Honey, there is no weightlifting. Just beautiful truth and violence in solving things, I guess, Max said. We left that place after a few years of ruling. It was one of the best places I'm glad I ever made, Tony said. I've come across so many people who say that they are the best friends and couples or families, and they're people with domestic problems. Our first two victims were two girls who claimed they were the best of friends, more than anything and anyone and anything. Me and Max kidnapped her in broad daylight. We threw them onto the floor of the gymnasium. Me and Max went up to the observation room, and we spoke into the mic. Well, not congratulations, my bad. What the fuck am I talking about? You both love to claim that you both are the best of friends, more than anyone and anything. So why don't we test that? We both are going to fight to the death, but first, say your names to me. Say your names, and it's up to you if you would like to fight to the death. My bad, if you want to fight, but it's up to you if you want to fight to the death. And, and if they're truly friends, no matter how, anyways. Alright, Max looked at me and said, we're doing this for the violence and truth. If they're truly friends, no matter how angry they'll get, they won't kill each other over something like that. But we're mostly here for the violence and the outcome. But we're also the outcome too, Max said. Neither of you two are going home until plenty of blood has been spilled or damage has been taken in, Max said into the mic. I punched him and told him to be human and not an animal, and looked at him and laughed. He looked at me and laughed. We're both animals, he said. We're both animals. I'm not. Okay. He looked at me and told him not to be human. I told him to be human and not an animal. He looked at me and laughed. We're both animals, Max said. To prove your friendships, it's dumb. Now I look back at it, but spill your blood to show your worth to each other, Tony said. I'm Molly and she's Crystal, and this seems pretty sick, Crystal yelled out. Yeah, can you hear us up, you sick people, Molly added with her annoying voice. When you claim things, you better be ready to take them up, no matter what, Max said. Now begin, and if your blood shed and suffering, pain please impresses us, then you can walk free. And remember, you both are so-called close friends, Tony said. They wait for a while, trying to wait us out, but it never works. They tried to call for help, but nothing would work. No one can come to help them. Not their parents, not their friends, not 911. No one. It's up to y'all two to keep yourselves alive. Alright. Tony started naming disputes in the past between them to make them angry with each other. I sent one of my soldiers down there to heat things up. He brought a pair of brass knuckles and a very painful shock baton. He handed Crystal a pair of brass knuckles and threw the baton in the room. To be? What the fuck? What the fuck does that even mean? He told Crystal to hit Molly, and she refused, and the soldier pulled out a pistol and pointed at the back of her head and yelled, "Hit her! Hit her, so-called best friend." "I'm sorry," she said to her friend. She got ready to punch Molly, and the soldier pistol whipped her on the side of the head, and she fell to her hands and knees. "Did I fucking say you could say sorry?" "No, I fucking didn't. The only words I want to hear are hate and hate-filled words towards each other. Or don't say anything at all," the soldier yelled in her ear. Crystal was on the ground. He kicked her not too hard with his tactical steel boots a few times. Not too hard until she rolled over. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm wrong. Vic kicked her a few times on the side hard until she rolled over and looked at him. He picked her up by her hair. Okay, yeah, yes. Crystal hit her friend on the side of the head. Her friend lunged at her. "And there we go, ladies. Now we're rolling," the soldier said with a smile. They fought for a while, and they came to a draw by pulling hair. I sent one of my soldiers down there. He broke up the fight. "I will have a clean fight and nothing else and nothing less," the man said. "So let's go. Let this be a warning," the soldier said. They both got up. They both got up. They both got up and had a fist fight. Molly got some punches in and gave Crystal a black eye and a busted lip. Crystal nearly blinded Molly by pressing her nails into her eyes. Luckily for Molly didn't have nails. She tried her best, but she didn't have nails. Molly started punching as best as she could at Crystal with a bad view. Molly broke Crystal's nose. Molly rushed to the baton, but Crystal grabbed a hold of one of her legs, causing her to fall. Molly started kicking the grip that Crystal had in her face. Crystal got on top of Molly and reached for the baton and grabbed it. Crystal got on top of Molly. Molly reached for the baton quickly and grabbed it and shot Crystal in the throat. She tried to scream for pain, but it was like she was choking, but she couldn't speak. Okay. That's what you get, you stupid cheap bitch, Molly said as she stood up as she spit blood at the other girl. Crystal came back and kicked Molly in the face. Molly fell backwards on the floor, and Crystal stabbed the shock baton and began to scorch parts of Molly's back with the shock baton, with non-lethal high-voltage shocks. Molly started to crawl away from Crystal, and Crystal put a shoe on Molly's back and pressed down to keep her from moving. Crystal stuck the baton into her back and let it run into her skin. Her skin was kind of bubbling. Crystal tore a chunk out like a gooey marshmallow and screamed at Molly to eat it. Molly refused, and Crystal forced it down her throat. Molly didn't fight it because she was afraid that Crystal would shock her directly in the heart and make her heart stop. Molly fought it and got back up and pinned Crystal against the wall and bashed her head against the wall until her nose started to bleed. They fought for a while and they proved me wrong. I don't know what proved. I don't know why we did any of this to prove anything. I sent out one of my soldiers down there to break up the fight and fill the room with sleeping gas. I leaned into the microphone. Well. You girls have proven me wrong. You have earned the right to return home. This room is filling with harmless sleeping gas, we promise. It will not harm you. Just please trust us and breathe it in and take it at your own pace, and we promise you will wake up in your homes and even forget. And you'll wake up in your homes and you may even forget this, but let this be a lesson if you remember. The two girls didn't fight. They just laid down as a gas engulfed them, Tony said. So you're trying to be like that one game with the puzzles and the creepy doll. It says some shit like live or die. The choice is yours, Claire said. No, me and Max built the building. Me and Max built the building privately, personally, Max, Tony said. Yeah, just like that video game. What is it, Saw or something like that? I can't remember. Jigsaw? Something like that, Claire said. You guys want to be You guys want to hear one of my favorite experiments? Max said. Max asked. Why not? Clara said. So there was this couple, right? They had 3 kids, right? And this couple had a big issue with domestic violence. And God let it be known, they had been in and out of jail multiple times. And the kids all seemed to end up in someone else's house and the parents were not able to care for them at the moment. You guys want to know? Okay, you guys want to know what the worst part of this is? Max asked. What? Claire replied. Claire asked. The wife or the girlfriend always comes running to free the boyfriend every time he gets put in jail or in the system. And you know what? And the fucking system lets him get away with it. But anyways, one night, me and Tony showed up in the house and we snuck in and we waited for them so we can get our little party started. Me and Tony whispering about the plan until someone comes in. Oh, fuck. My bad. Me and Tony hid inside the closets. No homo. Me and Tony were whispering about the plan until some bright lights shined into the door. Me and Tony were hiding in the closet. Max reached into his pocket and handed me some candy, but it looked slightly off. It looked slightly a bit off. Dude, I don't want that. Now isn't the time for that. Keep it to yourself, Tony said. No, dumbass. It's for the kids. It has some harmless sleeping medicine. Me and Tony hid in the closet and just listened. The dinner was normal, and there was a little chatter, but it was almost dead. I started to doze off, and I texted Max. Or what am I talking about? I told Max. I whispered, I'm closing my eyes for a second. Watch me while he watches me. Fell asleep for maybe an hour, and I was woken up by not only Max, but yelling in the kitchen, and things being thrown and slammed. I could hear the boyfriend. This is a classic line. I could hear the boyfriend yelling at the girlfriend to hit her like a man. That's a classic line right there. This went on for a while, and she took a few beatings every time she refused to hit him. But I'm here for the violence, and it's gone, so now we go into step 2. And it was, me and Max popped out of the closet with our guns drawn. The 2 stopped fighting so quick. Max lured the kids out. The 2 stopped fighting so quick. I came in there with my gun, and I told the kids to follow Max. He's got candy. So in a few minutes, those kids fell asleep, and Max put them all on the couch together and turned off the light and turned on the TV to set it on a movie playlist that fits the kids, and Max left the TV running. I butted both parents with my guns, and they were out cold. I walked in seeing Max finish up, and I told him we have to take them to their rooms and tuck them in or something. I carried the sister and put her in her bed. I carried the brother and sister up the stairs, and I put them in their beds. Max put the other sister in hers. We brought the bodies to the van, and drove to the gymnasium. We threw them down on the floor and woke them up. I flipped the bright light on and shined it on them. They stood up and looked around. Max spoke in the microphone. So, you just thought that you would hook up and be a couple and not get married and have a good life? And it'd be a good life, huh? Neither of you can go alone without some type of physical problem. And what makes me even more fucking angry is the fact that you knew for a fact that your relationship wasn't stable, your income was not enough, and for either of you both to even live on, and on top of that, you had financial problems. So, but you ignored all the thoughts, and not 1, but 2, but 3 kids you have. And both of you still seem to fight. Even worse, Max said. Look, we're going to call 911 unless you let us out, the girlfriend called out. Honey, I beg of you to try. I promise you, young lady. The streets aren't forgiving, and no one's coming to save you, Max said. She pulled out her phone and called 911 and some other numbers, and none of them worked. Are you done yet, Max said. I told you, no one's coming to save you. So now it's time to be a big, strong young lady, and be a strong young lady. I said strong young lady woman, but that was a fuck up. It's time to be a big, strong young lady and face me, because you're not getting into it. And face me, because you be getting into it with them every day. Max said into the mic. All right, fine. Come down here and face me to face like a so-called powerful man you claim to be, the girl called out. I'm high above you in the control viewing room. Through the short period of time that I had to sit there and listen to you both argue was hell. And I can't understand how the kids deal with that type of shit, Tony said. I would kill myself in the worst possible way and leave the blood for you both to clean up if I was one of your kids, so you'd feel the guilt of your actions, Tony said, laughing. Look, we have bad moments, but we get through them like any other couple, the girlfriend called out. What is your name, lady? Tony asked. Why do you care? I'm not telling you that, so fuck off, you little creep, the girlfriend said. I laughed with Max for a while. Ma'am, don't you get it? You're not leaving until I say so. And if I were you, I'd straighten up and fly right, because you're on thin ice right now, and you're about to blow both of your chances of leaving out of this alive, Tony said. She pulled out her phone, and she tried to call the police, and then her brother, but nothing worked. The male looked around for an exit, but even if he did find it, he couldn't escape because no one can. This place is a maze and it's an illusion. Hold on, that's an hour. Okay, cool. Okay, where is it? Fuck. All right, I'll be nice and let you two have a moment. Max said into the mic. They tried searching for an exit for 30 minutes. I heard words along the line of hit me like a man. Well, I have good news for you both. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, Tony said. You both may fight or fight to the death. And you know what the best part about this is? And here's the good news, too. You don't have to worry. No one knows you're gone. You don't have to worry about the police being called. You all can fight to the death you want to, no matter how loud you scream or what happens or even gunshots. No one will hear it. But it's okay. You don't have to worry about the police arresting you. And for God knows how many times you've both been to jail, Tony said into the mic. Now, I'm going to ask you for the last time. What is your fucking name, Tony said. Tony asked. I'm Amber, and he's Phil. Now, the lady said, now, what do you want? What do you want? We've done nothing to you, Amber called out. People like you have a serious problem of keeping a stable relationship without any violence and abuse. But the bomb on top of it is all the fact that you ignored your issues and went ahead and had kids. You didn't even bother trying to change, Tony said. I stuck on my lip. Fuck, it hurt. Sorry, I have really dry lips. Anyways, you just keep up this raging vicious tornado of danger and anger and rage and hatred and the most of all violent to not only your mate, but your goddamn kids. But you don't ignore their sins, but you ignore their innocent lives, and you keep up with what you're doing, and doing as if you've never had kids. And it makes me angrier than hell itself that you fucking animals. It makes me angrier than hell itself by you both, you fucking animals, Tony said. That's none of your business what our relationship is like and how we live. And it's none of your business how our relationship is like how we live and how we treat our kids, Amber called out. Oh, but it is. Oh, but it is, though. Because you wouldn't be here in front of me, Tony said. Okay, stop the story. This is boring. I think I can guess how it ends, Claire said. How then? Max said. You made them fight to the death and the boyfriend nearly beat his mate to death, Claire said. Actually, no. She ended up killing him, and she's doing better now. She's doing better now, and look at me. I'm doing good deeds, Max said. I have a question out of the blue for you, Max, Claire said. What is that? Max said as he sighed. Why don't you have a girlfriend? Claire asked. Because I don't have time for love, and my past has stained it. So I stay away from it, Max said. Nothing can stain love, Claire said, as she looked at Max in the eyes, showing him he can trust her. Claire, that's not true. A lot of things can ruin love, but that's enough. We should get sleep, Tony said, as he tried to steer the conversation away. For one, it's 3 p.m., and for two, I want to know. Okay. Anyways, for one, it's 3 p.m., and for two, I want to know what happened to you, because I can see how things because I know how I can set things right, and how you'll have a happy life with whomever you want. But first, the first step is opening up, Claire said. That's not the first step. I've heard her say that. That's not the first time I've heard her say that, Tony mumbled. Well, okay, while looking at Max, she punched Tony in the chest. Tony fell backwards laughing in pain for a moment. Yes, it hurts, doesn't it? Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? Keep it up. Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? Keep it up, and there's more where that came from, Claire said. That's on both terms, Tony said. She threw a heavy pillow at him. Max pulled out his wallet and showed a picture. Oh, I love. Max pulled out a wallet and showed a picture of him standing next to some girl. "Aw, you guys make a cute couple," Claire said. "We were together until 18." "We were together until 18," Max said. "I'm kind of scared to ask who that girl is because I get a feeling that she's closer than any girlfriend," Tony said. "Don't be jealous that our bond was infinitely stronger than yours," Max said. "Okay, fine. How'd you meet her?" Tony asked. "Well, we lived together in a house that was full of abuse, and when one of us would get in trouble, we'd help each other out. Whether it's taking a drunk outburst harsh beating, to lying, to lying to cover each other up and risking our lives. We really started talking at age 15, and when we were 15, we go together and we've done everything except the weird stuff you do," Max said, with his high pride and his hands crossed. Claire looked at him with eyes wide. Claire's voice got nervous, and she asked Max who was older, nervously. "Well, we have the same birthday, but she's older," Max said as he texted on his phone, barely caring about the conversation. "So, what made you two a perfect couple?" Tony asked. "Well, we have the same blood type and the same eye color," Max said. "What's her last name?" Claire asked. "Same as mine." You go along, same as mine, but before you go wild with anger and jealousy, just know that I haven't come across one couple on this hello planet that has the same last name," Max said, bragging. Okay, Max, fine, since you two were such good, then how did you, what the fuck? Okay, Max, since you two were such a good couple, how do other people see you? Tony asked. "Duh, as a family." Clearly you weren't paying attention. "She's my sister. It's just like how you and Claire are. What the fuck? Oh, just like how you and Claire are," Max said. "But her body was the best thing. I'll tell you that," Max gloated. Max, do you know what incest is?" Claire asked, as she scooted farther away from Max and next to Tony. "That's not a real thing, you dummy," Max said, laughing. "I just asked my sister. She said so," Max said. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, I was looking at the battery on my computer screen. I forgot it's charging. This bitch be dying easy. Alright. Just ask my sister. She knows. She said so. So, just to be sure, that girl in the photo you're standing next to is not your girlfriend, but it's your sister. So you've been having a relationship with your sister. Bingo, Max said. "And you two had a dating and sexual relationship with each other like any other couple?" Tony asked. "Yep." How bad is it to have fun with your sister?" Max asked. "Max, the type of fun you're talking about can't be with family unless you're a hillbilly redneck, unless you're a hillbilly or a redneck, and incest is a very dangerous thing," Tony said. "Whoever the fuck told you it was a real thing and okay to do? Whoever the fuck told you it wasn't a real thing, it wasn't a real thing and okay to do? Who the fuck told you it wasn't a real thing and it was okay to do?" Claire asked. "I trust my sister mainly because she was all I had growing up, and she taught me so many things like how to treat a lady in bed or on a date," Max said with a deep evil smile. "Or how to fight or pay bills and school stuff," Max said. "Like, Mom and Dad were never really parents, so we relied on each other to keep each other safe. Keep each other safe. And because my sister was older, I trusted her and believed everything she said. Everything she told me to do," Max said. "I know I should be worried, but I'm not going to try and fix this, or explain the problem with this kind of stuff, because it's not the events in the story that make me proud to be your friend, but the fact of how bad you were raised, and how you turned out to be, and you are part of the reason why I was able to kill those I hated and those who got in my way," Tony said. "Tony, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, I guess it is a bad thing," Max said. "No, really, it felt good knowing I found the one person out there who was just as messed up as me and could kill 1 million people." with no matter the age. And the one person who wouldn't care, Tony said as he got up and hugged Max. Okay, Max said awkwardly. Claire rolled her eyes. God, you two are weird, she said, sighing. Tony, you shouldn't like that, Max said. No, I don't care. I look back at those times with joy, and sometimes I really do wonder if it was worth going back to my normal life, let alone not be killed, Tony said. Well, you can keep those thoughts and feelings to yourself. I don't want to hear that shit, Max said. I can't lie, it did feel good being able to destroy anything I picked, whether a building, or the earth, or my favorite person, or my favorite person. It didn't matter. I loved it. I fucking loved it, Tony said. You both are 6 people who need to be put down, Claire said, with her arms crossed, rolling her eyes. Whoa, what the hell? There's nothing wrong with being messed up in the head or being sick. At least there's nothing wrong about being messed up in the head or being sick. That's me and Tony's both opinion, Max said. I was messed up, and you can claim, and so I was messed up with you. Oh, I was messed up with you, so you can calm down, Claire said. What the fuck are you talking about, Claire said. What the fuck are you talking about, Tony said. Claire started to speak. No, shut the hell up and listen to me. I love being fucked up, or sick, or messed up, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm a horrible person, and I feed on the other's pain and suffering, and I love seeing people cry during funeral service in graveyards and hospitals at any sad occasion. Those are some of my favorite moments. But you're lucky you're still breathing and intact, because when people would tell me that, they'd end up in the water. They'd end up in the water towers, or falling in the water tower feed, or in the body, or the pit silos. Basically, a pit silo is like one of those big silos you see that holds grains, except inside of it, it's just a big body stack. Just, like kind of like where you store bodies. It's just like if you were to leave a whole bunch of bodies. What's that one show with the fucking motherfucker goes, we need to cook? Breaking Bad, or whether Walter, whatever the fuck his name, kind of like that. It's just a big body pile. Anyways. Okay. Anyways. But I want you to know personally, from me to you, that you would look so much better in my freezer nude, and your body frozen that would just shatter against the floor while I tried to say, let's just experiment with it, Max said with a giggle. Claire lit up the cigarette and blew it into Max's face with a creepy smile and laughed it off. Claire made a fist and clenched it tighter and tighter as her nails dug into her skin. Listen here, Max. You could never scare me. I'm not one of those people or kids you scare through bluffs, Claire said. I've seen true horror and dark things. And what you do and have done is nothing. You're just a speck, so shut the fuck up and eat a dick. Stupid big body, big bitch. Fuck out of here, Claire said. She blew another cloud in Max's face and pushed his face away with her arm, while smoking with the other, and her feet propped up on the couch. Max looked angry but tried to hide it by crossing his arms and smiling like it just bounced off him. Before Max could respond, Claire said, Come on now, did you really think that you could make another toy like the thousands and millions of women you came across in your days, or was it the hundreds? I can't remember your kill count. Is it in use fear to control me and do what you want with me, Claire asked with a creepy smile. Before Max could speak, she interrupted him again. I was wrong about you, Max. I guess I was wrong about you. Max, if you try anything on me, I will fuck you up. Before Max could reply, he noticed Claire's hand was dripping with blood. Oh, silly me. Claire unclenched her hand, and blood dripped out. She stared at Max. Remember, Max, I have no problem bearing you and forgetting about you, Claire said. Okay, both of you shut the hell up. Both of you shut the hell up. You both are family, and everyone knows that, and there is no moving out or leaving this family. And you both know where you'll end up if you try to decide to leave this family. Or should I open up the black chain door, Tony said, as he walked towards the door and began to mess with the chains. No, we're good. I love him like a brother. I've always loved him. I've always wanted him. I love him like a brother. I've always wanted, Claire said as she hugged Max tightly to let out a nervous smile. Yeah, I love her no matter what, Max said with fear and nervousness. They both were scared but trying to hide it. Excellent. I'm glad we can agree to be a family once again. Tony said as he walked away, leaving one of the chains not locked. Alright, he's left one of the chains not locked. Alright. Max and Claire's eyes opened wide. and they were staring at the black chain door. I think me and Claire would get along better if you were to relock that door, Claire said, hugging Max tightly. Yeah, better yet, you should just get like 3 more locks on the door, or you'd make us happier, make us a better family if you just got rid of that room, or seal it over, maybe, Claire said, trying to convince me with her smile. Claire, has anyone ever told you had a nice smile? Tony said. Plenty of people, Claire replied. Personally, from me to you, your teeth would look better, priceless. They'd look priceless on a black necklace for only me to wear, Tony said with a smile. Oh, I'm flattered, but you already know I can lose my teeth on command, Claire said. The fuck? Max said. I know you were old as fuck, Claire, but looks like, I knew you were old as fuck, Max said. Looks like your test taunted, looks like your test taught you nothing, Claire taunted. Do you not get what she's saying, dumbass, Tony said. Head, Claire said with a bit of anger in her voice. I still think you're old either way, Max said. Damn it, Max, stop capping. If anyone saw me, they'd know for a fact I'm a young adult. Very young. But at this point, I can't blame you. You're one messed up guy from an upside down family in an upside down world. And I love it. But you make me angry sometimes. I just want to rip your throat out with my nails or my teeth, Claire said. That was a Squidbilly reference. Granny said something like she came out of the fucking look it up. There's an episode where she has like a welt on her head. Go watch Squidbillies. Fucking Christ. Okay. Anyways. Alright, that flatters me. Oh, that flatters me and it makes my heart glow, especially from you, young lady. Oh, what the fuck? Especially from you, young lady. Max replied, looking into Claire's green eyes. What the fuck? Okay, I think Tony. Alright. Okay, he put his hand on hers, and her face turned a bit red. She turned nervous and uncomfortable. Oh, so now that you're sober, you don't want him, Tony said, towering over them, looking down on them. You guys kind of look like siblings, I'm not gonna lie, Tony said. I wish she was my sister. I'd have fun growing up. I wish she was my sister growing up. I'd love it, Max said, with a creepy smile, looking at Claire. Max sat closer to Claire. Instead of being pushed away by Claire took her shoes off and put her feet in Max's lap. Nice try, Max, but I'm with someone, and I always will be. I'm sorry if you can hear that bass in the background. It's my fucking brother playing. I'm trying to get the story done, so I can't edit it out. I don't have the shit for that. Anyways, though. So, okay, Max, okay, yeah. Nice try, Max. Okay. And if that person vanished, then what? Max said. Max asked. Max, come on. You and I both know Toady is basically impossible to get rid of. Get away from, because he's like a curse. But it makes you love him even more, Claire said, laying her head down in my lap. Max randomly chuckled. Okay, Max randomly chuckled. Yeah, I'm so bad at reading. Okay, Max randomly chuckled. The hell are you laughing about? Claire asked. She lifted her head up, looking at Max. I built a mech and I took it for a test drive. I built a mech and it took a lot of money and time. I let Max, oh fuck, my bad. Tony chuckled. Tony let out a few chuckles. What's so funny? Claire said, looking up at Tony. I built a mech a while ago and it took a lot of money and time and I didn't really want to test it. I had an idea, so I let Max give it a test run. Long story short, it was a funny disaster. I can't blame the machine. There were a whole bunch. I can't blame the machine. There were a whole bunch of warning lights popping up, and I swear one of them was a warning light with a 10-second timer before it counts down to self-destruct, Max replied. Alright. Okay. You fucking liar. I never installed that function, Tony said. Yes, you did. You do with most of your so-called walking weapon masterpieces, Max replied. Fuck off. It's better than to be safe than sorry, Tony said. So, you admit it, and okay, Mom, Max replied. Come on, did you really think that was a good comeback? Claire asked, in a soft voice. Claire tried to say okay, Mom, in Max's voice, but failed. She nearly choked on her spit. Right, shut your ass up, Max said. Claire punched Max not too hard in the throat. He started coughing and gasping. It's all fun and games until it happens to you, huh? Fucking stop. Okay, it's all fun and games till it happens to you. Huh, Claire said. When Max caught his breath, he charged at Claire and picked her up and threw her hard on the couch. And he tried to jump on top of her, but she put her foot out. And Max fell on the floor. Claire started kicking him, and Max rolled over and swiped her leg, and she lost her balance and fell backwards into the wall, hitting her head. Tony got up and went to the kitchen and came back with the grape soda. There's a clue for y'all. Actually, no. That's a clue about me. I'm not using a stereotype. When I came back, Max picked up Claire and threw her into the wall and started kicking her. She bit his leg, and Max called her an animal and kicked the side of her head. She rolled over on her side and made the give up signal. Max walked away with high amounts of pride, and Claire came back from behind and latched onto him. You cheating little bitch, he said when he was fighting to keep his balance. Max ran into the wall backwards until Claire lost her grip. Now sit there and think about your results, trying to surprise me. Just look at you. Done got your ass whooped, Max said. You want the true final round? Who can prove the second? Okay. You want the true final round to prove who's second best in this house, young lady? Max asked. Max taunted. Max put his hand out and Claire up. They both stood up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want a fair, clean fight. Okay, let's be adults and use our fist. No hair pulling, no biting, no clothes tearing, no weapons, no cheap stuff, Tony said as he looked at Claire and Max. That means give me your butterfly knife and your pocket pistol and your weighted spike brass knuckles. Claire, and give me your spike brass knuckles, butterfly knife, your pocket pistol, alright? Okay. He was talking. Okay, yeah. Alright, body and no face. Body only, no face for the reason. And for the love of God, keep it above the fucking belt, Tony said. Don't go easy on me. I'm more tougher than you can think. I'm more tough than you think, Claire said, looking up at Max, who towered over her. Max ignored her request and groaned. Now, shake hands and let this begin, Tony said. Okay, Max threw the first punch bad and missed. Claire tried to trick Max by acting like she would strike, but she confused Max. And when she would hit him, she'd quickly come in and hit him. Hit Max in the ribs a few times. I consider it what seemed like to me in the blink of an eye. Claire came in again and punched Max in the chest a few times. Max shoved Claire into the thin mantle. Max came in trying to strike Claire, but Claire bobbed and weaved, and the punches hit the wall, leaving dents in the wall and the hollow wall. Claire circled around Max fast and gave his back a combo. Max turned around in anger and back-fisted and struck Claire on the left side of the ribs. I swear I heard a small pop. Claire unloaded a series of brutal punches on Max. Max kicked her back with a good, huge foot to the stomach. Claire grabbed his foot and wrapped around it and tucked his foot to her side and wouldn't let go. She started to twist his leg, and Max pulled her in Max tried to hop backwards and lean up against something to keep him balanced. Max, I'm thinking of this fucking thing from Meat Canyon. It's called Day Drinking by Meat Canyon, and there's these two dudes. One guy's drinking, the other guy's a fucking rock dude, and he goes, Satan. He keeps saying Satan. And then the one dude, he pulls out a fucking knife and cuts his arm. And then the what's his face goes, oh, god damn. I think that old boy died and killed himself. Okay, I'll stop fucking around. Okay. Anyways, Max found himself up against the wall. He retracted his foot in quickly and dragged Claire in with it into a fist. Even though Max gave her a painful punch to the chest, nearly throwing all the air out of her lungs and leaving a red imprint on her side, she refused to let go. Max pulled his foot in again, and Claire came in with it. When she got close enough, she unloaded a series of rapid punches, leaving imprints on Max's chest. Okay, that's it. Now you done fucked up. Now you done got me mad, Max said, wrapping his arms around her tightly and picking her up. She kicked and squirmed. She landed a few painful punches on Max's collarbone and shoulder blade. Max was already at the top of the stairs, getting ready to throw her down them. He tried to throw her, but she wouldn't let go, and she started punching his collarbone, causing him to drop her on her head. But Claire remembered if the things I taught her. If you curled, she curls up and took the pain and she rolled down the stairs. It didn't look pretty, but she kept going. Okay, the stairs. Okay, yeah. She managed to get back onto her feet, and then she slid down managed to get back on her feet. All right. Oh, I read that wrong. Doesn't matter. Okay, anyways. I knew she was hiding. Oh, yeah, she took off into the living room. I knew she was hiding. I knew where she was hiding, but I'm not going to say anything. Max walked into the living room, and I was trying... Be quiet down, Katana. Max walked into the living room, and I was trying... Oh, yeah. Max walked into the living room, and I was where I was sitting. He looked pretty angry. When he walked through the doorway, he got to the end of this kitchen. Claire popped out behind him and gave him a flying kick to the back and a bunch of punches. Max turned around fast and backhanded and smacked Claire across the face. He didn't say sorry or acknowledge that error. He just kept fighting. Max unloaded a series of hard punches on Claire, and it sounded like you're hitting a thick, hollow pumpkin. Claire slipped away and ran to the table and threw a chair at Max. She started throwing a few stools, but Max caught them, all of them, and caught all of them but one that staggered him. Claire used that movement to slide over the table into Max with her foot. Max moved out of the way and she rammed her foot into the thick cabinets and popped out her kneecap. Nice try, little bitch, Max said. Max, oh, fuck. Okay, shit. Am I serious? No, there's no way in hell I'm on page 102. Fuck that. Okay, let's try. Claire popped her kneecap right and pulled her knee out. And she stood up shakingly to Max that was towering over her. Man, fuck this. Now I'm just being a monster fighting against those who can't defend themselves, Max said, as he walked away laughing. Get back here, cuck. I wasn't done with you, Claire said, as she, impeded after him. Oh, she limped after him. What the fuck is impede? No. As she limped after him. She limped after him. So, she was kicking back hard and stumbled onto the countertop. Max rushed in with the flying kick to Claire. Claire got out of the way and Max's foot went into the wall. Claire started punching his kneecap as hard as she possibly could. When Max freed his leg, he was shocked and staggered by Claire's damage. Max did his best to rush Claire, but when he got close enough, he started to wail on her. Although the punches landing on her sounded pretty hard, she was fighting back with her punches. She shoved him and gave him all she had to Max's chest, and Max's chest was red. But I knew he could keep going, but that was murder right there. I stepped in. Okay, Tony stepped in. Alright, that was a pretty good fight, Claire, but that's enough for now. But are you hurt? Max said. Claire laughed. Am I hurt? Am I in pain? She said, laughing. Max hugged Claire's sore body. For a short girl like you, you've got some serious strength, Max said, putting his hand on Claire's shoulder. But I still want to clock you upside your head, Max said, giving her a hug. Then do it, Claire said. You're joking, right? Max said. Maybe, Claire said. With a stream of blood coming from her nose. Okay, come here, sit down, catch yourself, Max said. As he panicked inside. Alright. Damn it, Max, you've gone over the edge again. Oh, relax. She'll be fine, Tony said. Oh, yeah. Damn it, Max, you've gone over the edge again, Max said to himself. Oh, relax. She'll be fine, Tony said as he fluffed a pillow for her and helped her lay down. I think I went too far this time, Max said. No, she's good. She's fought some people who you think would demolish her, but to nothing. They would think you'd demolish her to nothing, but an unrecognizable, mangled, beaten up, bruised corpse, but she's pretty strong. That may be a rag, Tony mumbled, trying to hide what he said. What do you mean a rag? Like a human rag, Max asked. Like a human rag, Max asked? Yes. Yes, Max, Tony said. Honestly, she was scaring me a bit because I kept dealing harsh damage and she kept coming at me, but I'm happy you stepped in. If I wanted to watch somebody I care about deeply fight for their life, with a serious possibility of dying, I would have just grabbed some snacks and taken us all to the gymnasium, Tony said, laughing. Too bad that place is gone and buried, Max said, smiling. Couldn't we rebuild it, Tony asked. Don't be an animal. That place should have been burned down and never built in the first place, Max said. Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure I didn't hurt her too bad, Max asked. Trust me, she's fine. She'll be up and walking around sooner or later, so kick your feet up and chill out and chill with me, Tony said. Tony, do you miss our mad run again? Max asked. Honestly, yes. You know how I feel in those times. Tony replied. To be honest, I'm not sure how I feel. I'm not sure how I feel. How do you feel? Max asked. It felt good, and I love my fire runs, but if I love my fire runs, Tony said. Fire runs? Max asked. Don't you remember? Tony asked. It felt good burning forests and parks. All I had to do was call in or take a photo with my phone and send it in text clear, and within minutes the forest around me would be engulfed in flames or vaporized. And I always had my trusty power suit. There's another reference. Alright, it's power armor, but I don't want to get a fucking copyright, man. Not copyright, some bullshit like that. I love sitting and walking around in burned forests and parks, and I could call in a 35-ton tank with shells and a flamethrower that would stand behind me, and the loud and strong smell of exhaust of the engine. The loud sound of the engine and the smell of exhaust right next to me was amazing, and all I had to do was tap on the side or point in any direction. All I had to do was point in any direction, and with 2 taps on the side of the tank, the object would be no more. I don't know how to describe enjoying time in a burning forest or a park, Tony said. We may have been bad people, but at least we were walking around and we had fun doing it, Max said as he giving me a fist bump. Without you, my brother, some of our greatest achievements wouldn't have gotten done without your help, Tony said. Right back at you. I'm glad. I'm glad that I found someone out there who can handle me, Max said. I feel good pointing at the house, or not. I felt good pointing at a house, or not, and the sound of an engine and the gears moving, the wheels turning and the turning bad. Okay, yeah, the sound of the gears turning, the wheels and the engine, and small rocks popping underneath the 35-ton war machine, Tony said. And you know what? Have you ever seen a house burned down from a couch burning in? Wait, what? Have you ever seen a house burned down from a couch burning in? From a couch burning, or a forest? What the fuck? Or a forest fire? And you see those? Oh shit! You ever see a house burn down? You ever see a burning couch and it leaves those thick black smoke clouds in the sky? Or have you ever seen a mushroom cloud or a huge fireball hotter than anything you can think of? Tony said. I never really questioned why you love mass destruction so much, Max said. Good, don't question a madman, Tony said. Besides, alright, and besides, you're more like a sick man if you ask me, Max said. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but I love destruction. There are no words to explain the feeling of watching missiles on my command launch, or watching something burn. Okay, stop. We get it. You're a little arsenic, Claire said. Oh, wait, we get it, you little arsenic, Claire said. It's not wrong. It did feel good to burn a place that's been bothering me, Max said. Claire rolled her eyes and grabbed her keys and threw them to Max. Take me to your workshop. I'm bored of this, Claire said. Max looked at me, and I looked at him, and we all went silently. Max took the car, and we all drove. We got in the car, and Max drove us, and on the way we drove us to a facility. That is not a GTA reference, by the way. Don't fucking say that. Alright. Claire explained her reasons for us to leave. If we get a head start, now we'll have a better chance in the future. We'll have a better chance of getting farther. If we want to wake up to a new world, she said. If we want to wake up to a new world? What the hell are you talking about? Max asked. I went to some of your notes. I know you have. It's another reference, a cryopod. To freeze you in time. Whatever the fuck it was. Cryopod, something like that. Something like that. Max said. Wait. Like that one game with the guy with the watch on his hand, and then he's in the freezer, and I think his wife gets killed, and then he's got the power arm or some shit. Can't remember the name of the game, Tony said. No, I know what you're talking about, and no, I'm not going to copy a game, you ass, Max said. Alright. We got okay. When we got to the place, it looked great. It looked like it gave. When we got to the place, it looked and it gave off the vibe of stay out. This is your worst fears that lie inside, and it's like your worst fears lie inside, and all the bad memories you had in this place. Yeah, I'd rather be vaporized by the blast and have to spend possibly the rest of my life in this building. So I mean, yeah, I'd rather be vaporized by the blast and have to be here in this building for most likely the rest of my life. It's just so off-putting, Claire said. Max moved a small broken-looking panel, and flipped off the switch, and turned when he flipped off the switch, the feeling of stay away went away. Dude, this place will fall away and we'll be killed, Claire said. Oh, it's supposed to look like that, but this place is technically alive, and it's machine operated, but it's tougher than hell. Max said. Is it self-aware, self-efficient? Claire asked. Trust me, this machine has everything under its control. Fuck, man. I hate getting tired, but I do love sleeping. I'm all over the place. Every machine you build can fail, you jackass. So there goes our only chance of survival, Tony said. Max unlocked the heavy, thick, broken-looking door and showed us inside. It was amazing by all the machines and how smart they were. It was like people's. There's a fucking ant on my screen. Get the fuck off my screen, you little gaybo. Oh, shit. Okay, anyways. So, I was amazed by all the machines and how smart they were. It was like people. Max set up our accounts and we suited up. So how long is this thing? Get off me. How long has this place been how has this place been kept in such good condition for so long? It's amazing, Claire said. The building systems have, the systems have done it by themselves. Building systems have done it by itself. This place is built basically to last forever, but it'll last way longer than we need, which is perfect. It can even bury us and take care of us when we're not awake. Also, if we have kids, we can take care of them too, but I don't see that happening. From what I can see, Max is a messed up guy. I'm messed up, and she's messed up, so I don't think kids would be a good idea. I made that up, by the way. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. All right. I was greeted and introduced by the system workers. We talked for a while. We talked for a bit. Max finished showing us around. See right there, it says AR space OUND, and there's like a red lining under it. I don't know. Fucking Christ. Okay. So, yeah, we still see each other? Okay, we will still see each other, but it's like in a dream, it's like we're in a dream, but under every bit of your control. And you know what that's a fucking reference to? That's a fucking what's that? What's the fucking game with the, where, like, the world's ending and shit, like, the moon's gonna hit the earth? I ain't talking about Zelda, and, like, you have to, like, spend your time wisely. Fuck, what is it called? I don't know, but it's like kind of like a story where basically, you have to, like, spend your time wisely. Like, okay, well, if I want to go get gas for this vehicle, it'll take 2 hours of my time. And if I don't get back in time, it'll be nighttime and I'll get killed. I don't know what the game's called. I'm too lazy to look it up, but yeah. Alright. Max showed us our pods, and I helped Claire into hers. I hugged her and I gave her a kiss and told her I loved her. I hugged Max tight, and so did Claire, and we thanked him. The system hooked Claire up and closed her fucking cryopod door and sent her to sleep. The same happened to Max. I laid back and tried to relax, but my chamber was colder than I expected, but it's the cryo chamber. Although it's colder than I thought. The door closed and a weird mint smell filled my pod. And I thanked Max in my mind that he remembered. I thanked Max in my mind for once he remembered to make a gas that smells better. Fuck. I've thanked Max in my mind that he remembered a bit to get a gas that didn't smell bad, and I was out like a light. I fucked that up. Alright, that's the end of the story. Go ahead and close this. So, this probably sounds bad recording, but this is on my phone. I'd use my GoPro, but the problem is something's wrong with it. It will not play back sound, so you can record something, but you don't hear anything. And, yeah, that's it. But I was just going to say, this story was just made up, and I know what you're thinking, that it's a really fucked up thing. What is wrong with you? Let's shame and hate this guy. But please keep in mind that I would never do these things. Call me a liar if you want, but I'm serious. I would never do these things. I just write fucked up things. There are people in this world that are fucked up, and I guess I'm one of them. Everything, and just keep in mind that this story was all made up. I just wrote this shit down out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. Myself, I wrote this story. I'm not gonna say my full name because you'll figure out what I look like, but I wrote this story. I'm a fucked up person. Part of my channel's, the reason why I have that HV playlist is it's horror and violence. I want my channel to be a fucked up channel. But I'll still have to abide by YouTube's guidelines. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh god, I hate hearing myself say that. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you guys for keeping up, and thank you for all that have actually made it this far and finished the video. I know that story was probably not the best of stories. You can probably say, oh, it was a piece of shit. That story didn't make sense. It was trashy. Let it be known. My sister says that. I love saying let it be known. My sister says that to me, but yeah. And I was just going to also say thank you guys for sticking around and watching. I will do my best to keep up with the Metal Gear Solid shit. It's just these days, I'm not even giving you a sob story right now. I've just taken a lot of medications. I'm always feeling depressed and sad. But hey, that's not going to stop me. I think I might be too loud. Your phone's right in front of me. Anyways, yeah, that's not going to stop me. I'll do my best to keep making videos. I'm sorry it took so long for me to make this video. I was intending to do it, but I really never got around to doing it because it's such a pain in the ass. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Am I going to tell you guys to subscribe and hit the like button? Fuck no, I'm not going to tell you that. Hell no. This is TC Creators Channel. Do what you want. You don't want to subscribe, you want to subscribe. And if you subscribe, thank you. If you don't want to subscribe, hey, it's cool. You want to dislike my video? Fuck you. No, I'm just joking. You want to dislike my video? Hey, there's a dislike button for a reason, all right? But if you leave a fucking mean comment on my video, I might end up saying something back that's hurtful, and I'll probably end up deleting it. There's a couple people out there that see these videos, and they know exactly who I'm talking to. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hate hearing myself on camera. In the future, I might record and write more stories. I'm thinking about writing a story about a gauntlet. It's kind of an intense killing story. It won't be very long though, like this one. But yeah, I will keep that in mind, and I will see you guys. I'm not even gonna say see you in the next video. That's fucking retarded. Oh yeah. Anyways though, but one more thing though. By the way, if I use slangs or terms like gay or gaybo or I don't think I use the word faggot or cunt or some harsh word, those words are not intended. I actually don't mean those. I have a tendency to, it's dumb. I have a tendency to call things gay. I don't know why I do it. I just like to be like, yo, that's hella fucking gay, bro. This sounds so dumb. Plenty of people have said this, but I have no problem with, I'm going to piss them off. LGBTQ, Z, ETFF. I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. But yeah, I have no problem with that stuff. My sister is gay, and she's not afraid to show it. She sure as hell is not afraid to show it. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah. Anyways, though, thank you guys for watching. I'll do my best to make more videos. And before I go, seriously though, this book was just made up. I know it's a fucked up thing. I know what you're thinking. Why would anybody make this video? I know it's fucked up, but I would never do these things. Okay. I will probably keep making more books in the future, but I will do my best to keep up with the, Jesus Christ, like I just got slapped by reality or some shit. Fuck! I'll do my best to keep up with the Metal Gear Solid series. I'll do my best. But yeah, I'll do my best. And thank you guys for watching this video. I've already fucked up this story so much, I might as well have raped it. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. Hey, you don't have to hit the subscribe button. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like. You don't have to dislike. All up to you. Do as you please. See you guys later. Also, before I go, leave me a comment. Leave me in the comments what kind of story you'd like to see me like. Would you guys like this? Do you guys like me? If you guys don't leave a comment, I usually never get comments. I just go by the views. These days, I'm dying like a... Let me not make a cancer reference. I'm over here dying like... Here's this funny reference for you kids out there. I'm dying like the lady in the chair from SpongeBob that goes, what are they selling? They're selling chocolate. I can't do the voice because my vocal cords have changed. I used to have a high-pitched voice and I could fuck around. But anyways, yeah. But yeah. So I feel like I'm going over here. But yeah, I'll keep making videos and all that shit. You guys stay cool. Whatever. It's good. Just stay cool. Stay safe. I'm out of here.